Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I will explain you about material teaching about uh, pantun. You probably already know what pantun is, rhyme. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I will explain you about pantun. You probably already know what pantun or rhyme is, but you know, but you do not yet understand the meaning of pantun in terms, and it is various types. This time, I will share about pantun, so that it can become literature for those of you want to find reference about pantun, which is still old putri. The pantun has a similar ending so that it can be a special attraction for the listener. Extrinsic elements are elements that come from outside the structure of the pantun. This extrinsic element can also be called the background or a condition that cause the formation of the pantun. Okay, extrinsic elements are a very important part that will determine the content of the pantun. These elements become a reinforcement which requires an intrinsic element which is the structure of the pantun itself. What is pantun really for? I will explain it. First, pantun was created as a language preservation tool. Second, if people still use pantun, it means they have tried to maintain the function of the word and are able to maintain the flow of thought, even though they will give advice. People who use pantun will choose their word before speaking. The third, pantun trains someone to think about the meaning the words want to convey before saying them to the person they are addressing so that they don't hurt. For the person who will sing the pantun will be trained to think associatively. He or she will be careful in choosing a word because the word he or she chooses will be related to other words. Fifth, in social terms, pantun have a strong function, which is why rhymes are still fun to play when communicating. Making pantun is not easy. When someone wants to make a pantun, that person has to think first so that what is conveyed remains within the pantun corridors. Well, the sixth, pantun show a person's speed in thinking and playing with words. Although in general the social role of pantun is as a tool to strengthen message delivery. 7. The rule of pantun is that it is able to act as a guardian and culture medium to introduce and ensure that society value remain. Pantun has two parts. The first part is sambiran. Now, the second part is the content. Sambiran is like preparing the content with the same rhyme and rhythm. The sambiran may have nothing to do with the content. However, the sambiran give an idea of what the content of the rhyme will sound like. The sentence in the sambiran are usually made unique so that the listener is interested. The content of the rhyme is the essence of the mind of the rhyme maker. What the rhyme maker wants to convey is stated there, but don't let the rhyme not be the same as the sambiran, so that it is pleasant to hear. The type of pantun. First, figurative pantun. This type of pantun usually contains a figurative poem, meaning it is not directly visible but is implied. Second, advice pantun. Advice pantun usually contain a moral message or are meaningful to educate. The message in the pantun also spread goodness. 3. Limerick pantun. Limerick are usually used to entertain. Sometimes this pantun is also used to tease each other, but in a warm and friendly atmosphere. 4. Riddle pantun. This pantun can warm the atmosphere because it invites the listener to think. This pantun has a question in the content section. Uh, the following are the characteristic of pantun. First, has 4 rows, 2 dropping and 2 rows of content. Each line contains 8 until 12 syllables. Sampiran is an introduction to convey the content of the rhyme or pantun, even though sometimes it has nothing to do with the content. The sampiran is an indicator of the content of pantun. And then ending of pantun is A or A B can also be B A. I have a pantun, for example. Listen carefully. Everyone will be mature, but not everyone will be full. Hold the ticket of the future. Your ticket are at school. Okay, thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.